Hello and welcome to Random Draw, a trip through the vinyl archives of WTBR-FM. When WTBR moved to the new facilities here at Pittsfield Community Television, it brought along with it a tremendous asset, its vinyl collection. Numbering nearly 20,000 pieces, including full albums, EPs, singles, and so much more. The purpose of this program is to take you back in time to the early days of WTBR when these records were brand new. I'm your host, David Cachet, and over the last couple of years, I have acted as sort of an archivist of this great collection. Just imagine, if you will, a wall full of records sorted into like cubby holes with about 150 to 200 records in each section. I'll be choosing one of these cubby holes to grab records from. I'm just going to be randomly selecting records off the wall of our studios and playing them for you. That's right, playing the actual vinyl records that have been in the WTBR archives for decades. Now, each record in our collection has a catalog number listed on it, and this coincides with the order in which it was received by the WTBR DJs back in the day. Its first 2 digits represent the year it came in, and the remaining 3 or 4 digits will tell you the order in which they received the LP. Now tonight we're hitting the section of the rack that includes the year 1978. And we're going to hear some music that some of it's kind of obscure, that I didn't even know much about. And we're going to open up with a group called Stillwater. Not the group Stillwater from the movie Almost Famous, that's a whole different Stillwater. But this is sort of a southern rock group from Georgia, who in 1978 was putting out their second and kind of final album. They did come back 20 years later with an album, but this was their second and final album on Capricorn Records. It's an album called I Reserve the Right, catalog 78-919 here at WTBR. The reason probably why it was one of their final albums was Capricorn Records went bankrupt the next year in 1979, and nobody put out albums on Capricorn anymore. So we're going to play a track off of this album. It's a song called Keeping Myself Alive right now by Stillwater, right here on Random Draw.
Keeping myself alive. shining sky to claim the ones who love you. Can I go with you? Can I go with you? When the angel shouts from the heart of the sun and the living water flows down, can I go with you? Can I go with you? When the earth and stars melt like ice in the spring, and a million voices sing praise, can I go with you? Can I go with you?
Bruce Cockburn, Can I Go With You? Before that, we heard Exile and their song Devil's Bite, and we start off the show with Stillwater and their song Keeping Myself Alive. Now, Exile is a rock band from America who, of course, were known for their 1978, actually, I believe it was 1978's album, their single Kiss You All Over. Now, we're playing music from 1978, but we don't have that song because the album that we got from 1978 is a reissue of their first album. I guess they had such a big hit with Kiss You All Over that year in 1978 that their label decided to put out their first album. That was on RCA Records 78-899 here at WTBR. So that was their first album, and that song we heard from then, Devil's Bite, was actually written by Todd Rundgren. So again, Exile, like I said, had a big hit song that year with Kiss You All Over. Now in the 80s, they transitioned over to be a country band and actually had some country hits as Exile, and plus some of their songs got covered by other artists. Their most famous one was their song The Closer You Get, which was covered by Alabama and became a huge smash hit for the country artists. Once again, that was Exile with Devil's Bite. And we close up that set with Bruce Cockburn, Canadian singer-songwriter who was putting out his 8th album in 1978 called The Further Adventures Of. And that was on Island Records, catalog number 78-863 here at WTBR. He was an artist who was always big in Canada, very famous up in Canada. I think he's released like 50-something albums up there over the years, and but just never really hit it big down here in the States. So that was his song, Can I Go With You? All right, we're going to get started with another set of great random songs. We're going to start with a female artist who in 1978 was putting out an album called Don't Take Love for Granted, and that's Lulu. And that album was on Elton John's label, Rocket Records, catalog number 78-946. Now, Lulu, to me, will always be famous for two songs. That's the 1974 theme to The Man with the Golden Gun, the James Bond song, and her 1967 smash hit To Sir With Love, the title track to the movie of the same name starring Sidney Poitier. That song, I believe, was the Billboard, not only Billboard #1 song, for many weeks, it was also the #1 song for the entire year of 1967. So in 1978, she released more of an up-tempo disco kind of an album. Who didn't, though, in 1978? So here's Lulu with Come See What Love, right now on Random Draw.
See what love has done to me. Tossed like a ship on a raging sea. Come see what love has done to me. I'm dancing on the water. You make my life so complete. How can I not give everything I have to you? Running like a river, that's how I used to be. Come see what love has done to me. Burning a fire. Oh, it's you I've got to see. Come see what love has done to me. And I love you, yeah, I love you. Whether I'm near or far.
for the city. Turn on the music, the radio. Nobody's boogie. Day after day, slaving away. Punching the timer, I'm late again. Sneaking the back way. I count the hours, minutes too. So glad it's Friday. Jump in my ride. It's Friday night. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last. Only on a Friday. Never on a Sunday. Never on a Monday. Same situation every day. Some kind of voodoo. Same complications stand in the way. Nowhere to run to. My mind is dreaming, I'm somewhere else. Can't seem to shake it. I miss the feeling, having fun. No way to fake it. Jump in my ride. It's Friday night. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. Living it up at last.
Living It Up Friday night. That was Bell and James. And before that, we heard the ADC Band with More and More Disco. And we opened up kind of this upbeat foot tapping set with Lulu, Come See What Love. Now, the ADC Band were releasing their debut album in 1978. That's an album called Long Stroke on Cotillion Records, catalog number 78-831. This group will put out 5 albums before 1982 where they broke up. Never really sort of hit it big, but put out some really great funky albums there, including that first one. And of course, with a song title like More and More Disco, you know I got to play it, because sometimes I'm just looking for some more and more disco to play during these shows. So once again, that was the ADC Band. And we closed up that set of music with Bell and James, who are also putting out their debut album, their self-titled debut album, Bell and James, in 1978. And that was on A&M Records, catalog number 78-856. Now, Bell and James were Leroy Bell and Casey James, and Leroy Bell's uncle was the famous producer Tom Bell, who was one of the sort of sources of the Philadelphia sound, produced a lot of great soul and funk and disco albums, especially in the 60s and 70s, worked with Elton John later in the 70s, and he was able to bring along his contacts into this album. As the executive producer of this album for Bell and James, he was able to bring in MFSB to be the horn section and backing band for Bell and James, so that worked out very well for them. Now, that single was actually very popular. Hit number 15 on the charts, Living It Up, and the album itself hit number 31 on the charts in 1978. Once again, that was Bell and James with Living It Up Friday night. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's take a real short break right now on Random Draw. I'll be back in just a moment to hear some more great music from the year 1978, so stay tuned.
Whoa, like, what exactly is happening here?
89.7 WTBR-FM Pittsfield.
Hey, this is Mike Pezzo. Remember those tunes your parents told you to turn down? Better yet, remember those tunes your grandparents told your parents to turn down. Well, on Mike's Amazing Music and Oldies show, you'll hear sometimes oldies, sometimes blues, sometimes local performers, and a lot of rock. On Berkshire County's only rock station, 89.7 WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio, Thursdays at noon. Tune in and be entertained and educated.
We all know WTBR is great to listen to on 89.7 FM. But did you know that you can listen to WTBR just about anywhere? We've got a web stream, and it's easy to use. Go to WTBR-FM.com on your computer and click play. You can use the TuneIn app on your smartphone and connect it to your car's sound system. Or you can use your smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play WTBR-FM, and there's your community radio station. WTBR, for the love of radio.
Larry Krepke here from Nothing But Old 45s, inviting you to check out my brand new show here on WTBR called Sweet Country Music. Some of the best country music ever recorded, like Dolly Parton, Alan Jackson, Patsy Cline, and a lot more. Plus, every show contains a comedy segment that'll put a smile on your face. Sweet Country Music, 11 a.m. Sunday mornings here on 89.7 WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio.
Sweet country music.
Now, streaming live on the web, WTBR-FM.com.
WTBR. It's over. When I say it is over.
And we are back here on Random Draw, and I'm your host, David Cachet, and we're listening to the songs from the great year of 1978. Remember to subscribe to the podcast of Random Draw by visiting wherever you get podcasts, including Google, Stitcher, Apple Music, etc., etc., etc. Also, visit our station's website for more information at WTBR-FM.com. While you're there, you can see a full schedule of all the great programming we have here at the station. You can get all the podcasts you need from all those other great shows. If you have an idea for your own show, you can even follow all the steps online to submit your programming idea. And there's a giant button at the top of the page that says Donate. We'd be more than happy if you were to press that button and give us a little bit of money to keep the lights on here at WTBR. Well, let's jump right back into the music. We're going to jump right back in with an old-time rock and roll star, and that's Carl Perkins, who in 1978 was putting on an album called Old Blue Suede's Back, Carl Perkins' tribute to rock and roll. Of course, Carl Perkins is sort of the king of rockabilly, 1987 inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, great songwriter. You've heard some of his songs, even if they weren't made famous by him, especially Blue Suede Shoes, the famous song that Elvis took right to the top, as well as Carl Perkins had a big hit with it himself. So like I said, we're going to listen to a track from his 1978 album, his tribute to rock and roll off of Jet Records. And here's his cover of the classic tune, That's All Right Mama. So here's Carl Perkins right now on Random Draw.
With, she ain't no good for you, but that's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
now. Here we go.
the bloody Tuesday night, and then the night before you let your face grow long. Well, I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the walrus. Cuckoo, Mr. City, policeman sitting, pretty little policeman in a row. See how they fly like Lucy in the sky. See how they rock. I'm flying. Yellow man coaster, driven from a bed all night. Grab a lump of fish right from the ground, grease the line, and then a naughty girl, you let your fingers down. I am the Eggman, you are. They are the Eggman, oh yeah, you are. I am the walrus, cuckoo, sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. But if the sun don't come again, I'm tired of standing in the English rain. Well, I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the walrus. Cuckoo-cuckoo. Expert, textbook, choking smokers. Don't you think the Joker lies with you? See how they slide like pigs in a sky. See how they slide without crying. Silly the Pilsner, climbing up the Eiffel Tower. And adventure penguins singing out of Krishna Mine. Should have seen them kicking the beggar out. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman, all of you. I am the walrus.
Crack the Sky with their live version of I Am the Walrus. Before that, we heard Terry Reid and his song Ain't No Shadow. And we started off the second half of the program with the great Carl Perkins and his cover of That's All Right Mama. Now, Terry Reid in 1978 was putting out his album Rogue Waves on, it looks like Capitol Records, catalog number 78-890. It was kind of a mix of like new tracks that he wrote or co-wrote, mixed with some classic rock and roll tunes like Baby I Love You and Walk Away Renee and Then I Kissed Her and All I Have to Do Is Dream. So it's kind of a mixed bag of stuff in there, you know, some new rock, some old rock and all that, but definitely that distinctive Terry Reid vocal sound. Now, Terry Reid, of course, was well known in England in the late 60s and early 70s. As a matter of fact, when the group called the Yardbirds broke up and Jimmy Page had to form a new band, he wanted Terry Reid to be the singer of this new band, the New Yardbirds. But Terry Reid already had commitments with another band he was putting together, and he was going over to open with Cream and Rolling Stones and stuff. So it couldn't work out, so he suggested someone by the name of Robert Plant, and that's where Led Zeppelin came from. So there you go. So that was Terry Reid and his song Ain't No Shadow. Now we closed up that set with Crack the Sky, their live version of I Am the Walrus, taken from their 1978 live album called Live Sky. Now, Crack the Sky are a progressive rock band from West Virginia who put out their debut album in 1975. As a matter of fact, Rolling Stone called it the debut album of the year back then. But by 1978, they were putting out their live album, Live Sky, on Lifesong Records, catalog number 78-842. And the album ended with that live version of I Am the Walrus, which is always kind of a cool track to play. All right, we're going to move on to our last set of music, and we're going to play another track that's a live track. But it's decidedly different type of style of music. And as a matter of fact, this group sort of was born out of a TV show, hit it big, formed it and made a movie and all that, and that's the Blues Brothers. This is a comedy duo made up of Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, with a backing band made of just amazing musicians put together by Paul Schaefer, featuring members of the Saturday Night Live Band, Booker T and the MGs, great horn section, all that. So in 1978, they were putting out their debut album, Briefcase Full of Blues, on Atlantic Records, catalog number 78-917. This album was recorded at a live concert just before Steve Martin, so they were opening for Steve Martin in 1978, who again was just as huge as anyone else in 1978. So they recorded this live album of blues covers, and the album itself actually went to number 1 on the Billboard charts and has sold over 3.5-4 million copies. It's one of the largest selling blues albums of all time. So you know what? We're going to play it sort of a double shot here of them. We're going to open the album up with the first couple tracks. We're going to hear their intro of Can't Turn You Loose, and we're going to go right into Hey Bartender. So here's the Blues Brothers right now on Random Draw.
To the Universal Amphitheater. Well, here it is, the late 1970s, going on 1985. You know, so much of the music we hear today is pre-programmed electronic disco. We never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft anymore. By the year 2006, the music known today as the blues will exist only in the classical records department of your local public library. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, while we still can, let us welcome from Rock Island, Illinois, the blues band of Joliet Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers.
It's Friday, I'm out of my cage. 2 days of freedom are good for a rage. I go to the concerts and hit all the bars. On weekends, my wages, they go just so far. I'm a weekend warrior. Weekend
Strutter 78. That was Kiss. And before that, we heard Ted Nugent with Weekend Warriors. And we started off this last set of great music with the Blues Brothers and their medley of Can't Turn You Loose right into Hey Bartender. Now, Ted Nugent in 1978 was putting out his fourth album, Weekend Warriors, on Epic Records, catalog number 78-897. It was the first album without Derek St. Holmes on vocals. It was the first to feature Charlie Hoon on vocals. So there you go, a little changeover, and that's why they sound a little different than the past big hits like Stranglehold and Free For All and stuff. Charlie Hoon would stay with the band for a few years until Derek St. Holmes came back in the early 80s. And this album was a moderate success for Ted Nugent, not as big as his previous albums, but it did reach number 24 on the charts. So once again, that was Ted Nugent with the title track off of his album Weekend Warriors. And then that Kiss song, Strutter 78 as it's known on this album, was released off of the Kiss's first compilation album called Double Platinum, which was released in 1978. It's catalog number 78-960. And I believe it's on Casablanca Records way back in the day when that was still a label. So Kiss, known now for releasing hundreds of compilation albums, it feels like, in 1978 were put out the first one. And 1978 was also a strange year for Kiss because they opened the year up with this compilation album that came out, and then they closed the year out with each member of the band releasing their own solo album all on the same day. So that's kind of a weird thing, you know, for fans to have to go out and buy 4 separate albums on the same day if you want to get all of the Kiss music. Like I said, this Strutter song that you heard was called Strutter 78 on this album because it's actually an entire re-recording of it with a slightly different disco beat to it. And so therefore they redubbed it Strutter 78. You can only find it on the Double Platinum album. And so once again, that was Kiss, closing up with Strutter 78. That album on Double Platinum, ironically enough, has only been certified as single platinum. I'm sure it's sold more than that, but it's only been certified as of, got certified in 1978 at platinum. So there you go. All right, well, that wraps it up for us here at Random Draw. If you'd like to learn more about WTBR or have an idea for your own show, visit WTBR-FM.com. So until next time on Random Draw, I've been your host, David Cachet, and we will see you later.